Hi student, I am Asit Tiwari, SSC teacher. The lesson which is continued is the lifeline of the national economy and our topic has been changed. Today our topic is of the day is the railways. All the students know about the railways and many of the students have travelled the longest distance in India also in by the railways. So this is a good experience to travel by the railways. But today our topic is railways and their different type of the topics which we have to discuss inside in the railway. So the first some important information about the railways I want to share with all of you. So please listen this information and it will help you to understand well, and it will also help to you to increase your GK or the general knowledge about the railways. So student, hope you will listen it very carefully. So student, railway was founded in 8 May 1845, nearly 175 years ago. But this is not a kind of information which is telling about that when the first train was started and from which place to which place it was travel in India. You know very well, 1853 the first train was travelled from Mumbai to Thane, and approximately the distance of these two places was nearly 30 kilometer or above 30 kilometer. So this is the very important things to listen it very carefully. Second information, Indian Railways comes in fourth place in the world by the size. You know very well there are different type of the countries which comes first, second and third number. If you know it very well, then you can comment which country comes in the first, second and third place, and many of the other information. If you want to ask, you can comment it or you can ask a questions. So student, Indian Railway which comes in the fourth place, but in the Asia it comes in the first place. So it is very important things. Second, headquarter is located in New Delhi, because there are 18 zones. I have told already it. So there are 18 zones and we will discuss it one by one each zone and their headquarter also. And next, the Piyush Goyal, who is the Ministry of Railway, is the Railway Minister of India. And my question is that who was the Railway Minister of India before Piyush Goyal, and why did he leave the job? What was the reason behind it? If you know it, you can comment it. Next one is Suresh Angadi. He is the Minister of State for Railways. Means he is the second category of the minister. Vinod Kumar Yadav, who is the chairman of the Railway of India. Services which are given by the Indian Railway, these services are the passenger railways, means the passenger who travel from one place to another place. Nearly 1 crore or above 1 crore passenger travel in India by the Indian Railway. That is very amazing fact to get you. Next one is freight services. Freight services means the cargo trains which are available and which travel or shift the bulky items from one place to another place. There is a very heavy or the bulky shipment of the railway services. That is the freight services. Next one is the parcel carrier. Means the railway which is also used for supplying the you say parcels or the kind of letters or many of the other product through the post office department of India from one place to another place. It is a very heavy service of Indian Railway. Next one is catering and tourism. Catering and tourism, it is also the very growing services, especially the railway has started to change its kind of features, where different type of the other private agencies which has given the chance or the you will say kind of opportunities to start their services for the passengers during the railway journey. And tourism, which is the growing area in the railway also, because many of the railways has been started, such as the Palace on Wheels. These are the type of railways which has been started to such passenger who can spend a lot of money, and they can also enjoy the you'll say every kind of the you'll say enjoyment of their life during the journey. And many of the other railways services has been started even to you will say encourage the passengers for their tourism program, and many of the railways, especially in the Rajasthan, especially in the you will say the Vidarbha and South India, where this type of the railway services has been started. Even many of the other features is very important for the Indian Railway. Net income of the railway is a 140 crore. It is in the 2018 to 19. Employees who are working in the Indian Railway, nearly 12 lakhs or more than or above 12 lakhs and 30,000 people are working in the Indian Railway, but indirectly many of the other people also working. That is very important. Division, there are 18 zones and I will tell you one by one each division. Website it is written there. And these are some information which you should keep in the mind. It will help you to understand well. It is only the you'll say general basics study or the information about the Indian Railway, and then I will start the topics after this. So student, we will discuss the features or the factors which influence the railway network in India. So there is the two factors. One is the physiographic factor, second is the economic and administrative factors. So student, one by one we will understand why these factors are very important to influence the railway in India. So in the first we will see that the favorable vast northern plains which attract the railway, because vast northern plains which is very flat, which is very we'll say long, which is very extent, and which attract the railway line, because the railway track can be laid down only the area where there is a very flat or the plain surface. So railway track can be easily laid down in that area. Second condition which attract the railway in India, these conditions are very important because there is not the hills in this region, especially the northern plains, great northern plains, vast northern plains you can say well, and these are the area which has progressed the railway in this part, northern plains especially. Second, the challenges of the railway. Number one, you can see well the Ganga river, and which is joined by the other tributaries in the Bihar and in the Assam by the Brahmaputra river. These two rivers have not developed or supported the railway tracks in this region. You can see well this area mostly you will say face the tough challenges by the flood that does not support the railway tracks. So these are the very great challenges and very important things in the northern plains where the great Himalayas. So this Himalayan or the hilly topography or the mountain topography does not support the railway track, because there the railway is not developed due to the steepy or slopy topography which does not support the railway line laid down. So in this area, and very important thing in the sandy desert, where the desert the railway track cannot be easily laid down, because there is the sandy desert, and sandy desert where there is not the hard surface and hard surface that support the railway line laid down. And other challenges of the railway in India, these are the hilly range of the Sahyadri Himalayas or the Sahyadri hills in the Western Ghat, especially in this region where the Goa, Karnataka, Kerala, and some part of Tamil Nadu, where the hill region that does not support the railway line. So these are some challenges which does not support the railway line in India. But even this area where there is a plains, especially the plains you can see well in the northern plains, especially the state, the UP, the MP, some part of Rajasthan, some part of Gujarat, and some part of Maharashtra, some part of the Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, and so many other states where there is a vast flat terrain. So this support the railway line. And second factor, it is the economic factor, where the rich agriculture that also support the railway, because this rich agriculture that produce the raw material and raw material that need the kind of transportation which is fulfilled by the railway lines, and railway line has been laid down to be concentrate in the mine by the government that to carry or transport the bulk material from one part to another part, especially in the region where there is the industries. Second, the great industrial activities has been seen in the some states like the Maharashtra, some like the South Indian states, some states in the North India where the greater industrial activities and that support the railway line, especially in the mines. Our industrial mines has been concentrated in this region, and where the railway line has been you will say laid down for to keeping in the mind that these area must be developed. And very important things, the northern India where it is concentrated for the railway line, because this is the headquarter of the railway and it is a New Delhi. It is the New Delhi, it is the capital of India. So the government has kept the mind all the things for development of the railway, because North India where there is the Delhi is the capital of India, it is the headquarter also the railway of India. So all these development has been seen to keep in the mind for the New Delhi as the capital of India. So all these are the kind of some factor, and a very important factor is the religious and other factors. So student, I hope you could understand well this topic, and the next topic will be delivered on the next time. So for that time you should keep all the topics in your mind and make the notes by the help of videos. Hope all you could understand well. Thank you.